Hey guys, Morgan here. We had some mana issues in round 1 that made it a not very enjoyable play or watch, so we are going to start in round 2 today. I don't usually do that, but I felt like it would be, just a better watching experience. One thing to note though, my opponent did have Kalidas on turn 4 both games, and in a deck that is heavily reliant on Hangarback Walker, especially because I'm playing the main deck Evolutionary Leaps, it was particularly difficult on the deck because Hangarback Walker is just an expensive off-curve creature at that point that could get bigger, but probably won't, thank you, Grasp of Darkness. So we're waiting on our round 2 opponent, and I will see you when that happens. Alright, we're back. Get this preview window in here. Yes, I would like to play first. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep this. We've got a bunch of game trails and a forest, which is, incidentally, exactly what you want from a hand. Yes. So we're gonna play this Oath of Nissa, hopefully finding a planeswalker of some sort, or Pia and Kiran. I think in this hand, because I have a Sylvan Advocate, I'd rather have the Tireless Tracker. Put this on the bottom, pass the turn. So our opponent knows about these two guys. Ooh. Port down. Oh, oh, gross. Alright. Fortunately though, Sylvan Advocate is pretty good against these guys, and then I feel like I should be okay to play Tireless Tracker on turn 3 without having to worry about it too much. Other than Reflector Mage. Reflector Mage would be a pain, but we've got, Sylvan Advocate as well. So, Declaration in Stone. JK, don't have Sylvan Advocate anymore. Alright, do I want to play Nissa, Voice of Zendikar? So we're gonna play another game trail. First of all, first things first, we're gonna play another game trail. Nissa Voice plus block, so she's at 4. Tireless Tracker, land. Or Tireless Tracker gets Reflector Mage. Yeah, I think in order to not get super blown out by Reflector Mage, we're just gonna play Nissa. And did you guys see that I played with entirely red mana? Yeah, this is a Ball Lightning, aka Nissa. Alright, Knight of the White Orchid. Pretty good one. With Outnumber, I can kill most things. It's all a matter of... We're just gonna assume that it wasn't. Oh no, they still have it in their hand. We're just gonna allow that to happen. I think having the plant token with Outnumber in hand is more valuable. So I can play a clue or hold up Outnumber. Or get a clue, get another clue or hold out Outnumber. And I could have, since I had Cinder Glade in hand last turn, I could have played the Forest and then played a game trail revealing Cinder Glade this turn, and I didn't think about it, so I'm missing out on a clue or an Outnumber. And I think I'd prefer to play the Forest first, which is awkward and unfortunate. But yeah, we're just gonna plus again. Again, Reflector Mage is kind of a problem if we minus. So, and I'm assuming that's what my opponent is playing blue for. And we've got a clue on the ground already, so we should be kind of okay. Missing one of them. Reflector Mage is super awkward, so like having something to do. We're gonna let this happen. Having something to do next turn is one reason that I'd be interested in having the forest, or playing the forest second. Yeah. But if my opponent had like Declaration in Stone here too, for the plant tokens, incredibly awkward. We're gonna let Nissa take that. Alright, so we're gonna sacrifice this, first things first. Pia and Kiran. Alright, that's a good one. I feel like Pia and Kiran is very good against this opponent. This turn, we're going to block. Because we want to be able to play Pia and minus Nissa, and have the Nissa hang around. So, like, taking a hit from the Thraben Inspector isn't bad, but, like, taking a hit from the Reflector Mages. So... if our opponent has Declaration in Stone here, like, yeah, okay. Declaration in Stone, good against us unless we have Leap Out. Alright, so kind of bad sequencing. But Nissa would have died regardless, I suppose. Suddenly, Pia and Kiran, not as exciting. Having two, also not exciting. I think I just want to play these guys out, and then we're probably going to be blocking with them, actually. So I'm going to play my land as well, because I have another one in hand, and next turn I can play Pia and Kiran, play my land, and activate them. Always watching. Gross. Stop it. No, stop it. Oh my gosh, this is way out of control. Alright. Opponents got some great cards in their hand. I could also play like Tireless Tracker, play Pia and Kiran, make a clue. I think we just kill one of this Thalia's Lieutenant. Take 9 down to 10. Alright, fortunately for us, this deck, okay. So I want to play Tireless Tracker for sure. I'm going to play the Cinder Glade to get a token. I can play Sylvan Advocate and get and crack my clue, or I could play Pia and Kiran. My opponent has a removal spell. I'll be taking 7. I think I just play Pia and Kiran. I have to top deck it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play Sylvan Advocate mostly because I want to be able to block the Thalia's Lieutenant and have my Tireless Tracker live. So that's what we're gonna do. We have plenty of mana. So we're just gonna block here. Knight of the White Orchid. I get a trigger. Chandra Flamecaller. I could... Westvale Abbey is a great draw, actually. So I could play Westvale Abbey, get a clue. Tireless Tracker would go up to 4. I could play Pia and Kiran, blocks Chandra next turn. Yeah, so I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play Westvale Abbey, get a clue, play Pia and Kiran. Get more blockers. And then next turn we can Chandra as appropriate. Reflector Mage, that's fine. Always watching is a bit of a problem for us. Alright, Sylvan Advocate. I probably should have cracked my clue first. Because I could have drawn like an outnumber. No, did not draw an outnumber. Alright, good to know. So I can block here, kill the knight. I think what I want to do is kill at least the Reflector Mage and hopefully the Thraben Inspector. And block the rest. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can play Chandra and Sylvan Advocate next turn. Okay, move to blocks. Double block there. Block here, block there. I could have also... Alright. Chandra Flamecaller. This doesn't leave me with much, but it leaves me with something. So that's good. Oh, can't play Sylvan Advocate, so luckily for me I have this Nissa Voice of Zendikar, and an untapped land to play it. Alright, if my opponent draws a Griff Spoon, or Declaration in Stone, or lots of other stuff, that won't do it. Well, I'm blocking. Let's see. I can't play a Pia and Kiran and activate Westvale Abbey, unfortunately. Thopter Engineer was a sweet draw. I think I just want to get more creatures on the board, so I'm going to play Sylvan Advocate, play Thopter Engineer. And then... put one more counter on this there. Yeah. Put another Thopter into play. Or plant, I suppose. Town Gossipmonger flips into a 3/4. Now we actually have insurance against Griff Spoon too, so we're gonna try not to just throw away the Thopter token. Give this a shot. Alright, so that's a 3/4, and like Fire Breathing can kill the Sylvan Advocate, which is fine. Kithian, sure. So the current goal is to ultimate Nissa, which we might be able to accomplish. So we're gonna block the plant and the... Oh wow, my opponent is attacking Nissa. Alright, cool. I'm just gonna block. Because gaining life equal to the number of lands I have in play is really good. And our opponent's top decking creatures, but we kind of are too. Sort of. Let's see, 8. Alright, awesome. Another creature. I can play this and make a Westvale Abbey. Actually, that's pretty sweet. I will die, but it's kind of cool. What I can do, though, is block and then make a Westvale Abbey. And, like, kill Kithian or whatever. And ultimate Nissa. Which is super sweet. That's awesome. My opponent drew a land, so that's good, too. My opponent can basically attack to flip Kithian. If they really want to. I don't know if they do. One target creature. Yep, they're all at Nissa. And we know that they have a land. Because they already played it. This is fun. Wow, this deck has, like, actual late game potential. Who knew? Gonna play land. And playing the land to maximize how many cards we draw. We do have to attack Gideon Battleforged, so we're gonna do that. Let's see, so we've got a bunch of things in our hand. So Sylvan Advocate being a big one, but also there's an Oath of Chandra and a Nissa. So we have 1, 5, 4, 9. 9 mana. So 5. Kind of like playing these guys. So we're going to start with Oath. Kill the Knight. Play Nissa, and actually deal 2 damage to our opponent in the process. Suddenly we're at 19 again. And, alright. Okay, we got there. I like Rending Valleys. I like Fiery Impulses to a degree. Don't like Tireless Tracker. Don't like Arlinn Kord. Chandra certainly showed her value, so did Nissa. I think we can cut one more Oath of Nissa to bring in a Fiery Impulse. I think we can keep this. Oath of Nissa cycles into a creature, hopefully. Town Gossipmonger is kind of scary. drawing a land was obviously not ideal. Hangarback Walker is perfect. Alright, Thalia's Lieutenant, not great, obviously. Alright. And by not great, I mean not great for us. B2W. Incited Rabble's gonna deal us a bit of damage. So maybe we should have mulliganed to a hand with a little bit more removal. Griff Spoon, that's actually fine. I'll take 5. Yeah, see? We're curving into it. Our opponent knew we had that. Got our second Hangarback Walker going. Declaration Stone would be good, and our opponent drawing another Griff Spoon certainly isn't ideal. Oh, great. Alright, our opponent has 1 card in hand, and we've got Pia and Kiran, which is actually kind of cool with the clues. So hopefully we don't just die to this flying incited rabble, because that would be bad. I will block. We can sacrifice our clues to deal damage to creatures, which is super sweet. So I could play Nissa. Or I could, like, play Evolutionary Leap. I think I just want to play Evolutionary Leap with the intention of blocking the Incited Rabble or sacrificing a clue to Pia and Kiran. What ideally I want to be able to do is block and sacrifice a Thopter to kill the Thalia's Lieutenant. Block the Incited Rebel, and then sacrifice the Thopter to kill the Thalia's Lieutenant this turn. And then next turn, untap, play a land, sacrifice 2 clues. The Thalia's Lieutenant having another counter is fine. As long as my opponent doesn't have anything else. Yeah, alright. We can deal with this. So block here. Target that. Sacrifice this Thopter, because it's going to die anyway. Almost F6. Would have been good. So I think what I actually want to do is play Nissa. I could take 4, 5, 6 from the Incited Rabble. Yeah, we'll play Nissa. We wanna start getting to like a better board presence, I think. Okay. And Nissa allows us to keep mana so that if our opponent tried to Griff Spoon the Thalia's Lieutenant, they couldn't. Alright, attacking me, that's fine. not ideal. Is a word that I would use to describe that draw. I think I'm going to start off by evolutionary leaping a plant then. Hangarback Walker. Hangarback Walker, on the other hand, was a fantastic draw. If I play a land, I can play it for 1 and sacrifice it and block. If I do it for 2, I can sacrifice it to Evolutionary Leap, which is, I think, the plan. So we're going to put a plant token on the battlefield, game trail, show a forest. Do I want to do it for 2? Yeah, I think I do. I think I want to play it for 2. And I still have another activation of Evolutionary Leap up as well. So we're going to do that. Could have attacked, I guess. Not really. If my opponent spends 4 mana to put a Griff Spoon on Thalia's Lieutenant, I think I'm okay. Do they have Hollowed Moonlight? Oh god, goodness. Hollowed Moonlight would be a huge blowout. I didn't even think about that. I always considered that to be a last standard thing. Oh, don't do it. Okay. Alright. Sweet. We got there. Alright, Sylvan Advocate is just fine. And we're just going to sacrifice the token again. Alright, Thopter Engineer is nice because it makes another flying creature. Archangel of Tithes, kind of scary. So we have 8 mana available? So if this attacks, I won't be able to block unless I pay 3. So that's these. But I could also just block 2 and then pay 6 to kill that. If I want to pay 6 to kill it, I have to pay 2, but if I assume that I won't have enough mana to do that, or that I won't have enough flying creatures to do it, I could just... Goodness. Archangel of Tithes makes things so difficult. I think what I want to do is be able to block at least the Archangel of Tithes, so that's 1 mana. Thalia's Lieutenant's probably going to get through, unfortunately. But I have these 2 artifacts that I can sacrifice to kill that. So I need 7 mana for this turn. So I'm just going to play Oath of Nissa. Keep Oath of Nissa. Take this Arlinn Kord, which we will not be casting right now. Yep, that's how it's gonna work. And alright. New plan, because I'm not very smart, and I assumed that this did 3 for some terrifying and unknown reason. Alright, so way less efficient use of our mana than it could have been. It's probably wondering what's going on. But our plan now involves hoping that our opponent does not have 2 humans and blocking the Incited Rebel. Well, if they do, we can just sacrifice the clue. But blocking the Incited Rebel with our Thopter, taking 3, and killing the Thalia's Lieutenant. Holy mama. So bad. And now I can't do anything. Let's draw a card. Nope. Morgan can't count. That's what went wrong with that one. Archangel of Tides. Do I guess Clipwings could be good? Clipwings is additional. Oh my goodness. I am so embarrassed. Guess I cut another Oath of Nissa and probably just Arlinn Kords. I can cut multiple Arlinn Kords, right? Yeah, we're just putting in another Chandra because I think we need it. You can keep this. Got both of our colors. Double Westvale Abbey is a little awkward. Fortunately for me, the card is not legendary. I assumed it was, but it's just the Ormendahl part. Our opponent mulled to 6. We got a lot of stuff we can do, actually. Beginning with this Oath of Nissa on turn 2. I think I just play it. Alright, so we've got Cinder Glade, Chandra Flamecaller, and Sylvan Advocate. I think it's just the Sylvan Advocate? Yeah. Can't really cast Chandra right now, unfortunately. But I don't particularly want another land. I'm actually playing Westvale Abbey here, and the reason is, if I draw another game trail, I would like to have a forest in hand. If I draw a Cinder Glade, I won't be able to play it untapped anyway, so so forest is just fine. So our opponent made up for their mulligan with their 3-man Inspector. Alright. Now I think I play Thopter Engineer. It's Reflector Mage. Not proof, but it is Reflector Mage insurance for sure. So we're 19-19 right now. That's exciting. Okay. So far, so good. Always watching. Alright. So now we're gonna play Mountain. I'm gonna try and play this Mountain. Okay. I'm gonna still attack with the Thopter. Play Sylvan Advocate. My opponent still has 6 cards in hand. It's kind of terrifying. Hey, Reflector Mage. Can we call him or what? I think I wish to outnumber this Thurman Inspector now, because I might not get another opportunity if I draw like another Sylvan Advocate or something. That was a great draw. Good follow-up to getting our stuff Reflector Maged. Hangarback Walker has haste, so I can level it right away, which essentially makes it 1 cheaper to make it 3. Okay. Stasis Snare, that's no fun. Yep, that happens. Fortunately, we've got a 4/5 coming down next turn. Also a second Thopter Engineer, which is awesome, because it means we can activate Ormendahl if we wanted. Nope, just kidding, because I misclicked. That's... Fortunately for us, the bluff worked. Oh my goodness. I guess, like, having an instant speed way to destroy an enchantment is probably, like, what our opponent assumed that we had. Like a Naturalize. Oh goodness. Little did they know. Alright, what can our opponent have? I think it's worth just attacking with the Thopters. I'm used to Thopter Engineer having summoning sickness, you guys have to understand. Let's see. They could have the command. Oath command. In that case, I kind of like, well, no. They could have another Stasis Snare is what's going on. In that case, playing Hangarback Walker versus playing Westvale Abbey doesn't actually matter all that much. So, because of that, I like playing Hangarback Walker here. Oath command isn't, like, that much of a blowout. Appear to not have Stasis Snare yet. Thalia's Lieutenant, sure. And having Hangarback Walker around for Thalia's Lieutenanted up creatures is nice. So it becomes a 3/4 now? We'll put a bunch of these guys in front of it. Three, 4. Yeah, alright. So it's killing Sylvan Advocate. Which is fine. Because, again, it's one of those things that my opponent has to spend their turn doing. And again, this card is super scary. So... we're gonna go ahead and attack again. What I don't want to happen is for my opponent to Declaration in Stone our Thopters after we break Hangarback Walker. So I think if my opponent attacks with the Reflector Mage, I'm just going to block it with Sylvan Advocate. so that I avoid that happening. Unfortunately, I can't Clip Wings doesn't target, which in this case is actually pretty inconvenient for me. Because if it did, I could put the Thopter, or the Hangarback Walker, and the Sylvan Advocate in front of the Reflector Mage. They would kill my Hangarback Walker, and if they have the Declaration in Stone, that would be a great time to point it at the Thopter tokens. But that's not happening. What I don't want to happen is to, like, activate Westvale Abbey, additionally, and have it, like, stasis snared or something, which is why I'm not doing it right now. What is nice, though, is I have 6 creatures out, which means I can sacrifice... Yeah, alright, that's fair. What could happen... Yeah, you're not wrong. What could happen, assuming that my opponent has something, is I sacrifice Thopter Engineer, Hangarback Walker, which would have 4 counters on it. Or 5, actually. I could put another counter on it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. If I drew a land, I could put another counter on it. So 5, and then Sylvan Advocate and my 2 Thopters already. Make 5 Thopters and attack with Ormendahl and 5 Thopters. So yeah, we got there. Inside of me playing aggressively in a way that indicated that I don't know what cards do. The deck, that was a lot of fun. So we're gonna go on to round 2.